what you think about me. You are T-H-O-T. You are T-H-O-T. You are T-H-O-T. Look at that hoe over there. Damn, she looking scared. Oh God. Heels on, nails long, weave all in her hair. Damn. Just left the church house, trick she needs some prayer. Oh God. In the clubhouse, twerking everywhere. You got me, ho please, tricking on both knees. I've been popping bottles, you sipping on them 40s, them OEs, them Nickies. Every night got hickeys, some names Monica, Nikki, or Christine. I don't give a fuck what you say about me. You are T-H-O-T. You are T-H-O-T. You are T-H-O-T. I don't give a fuck what you think about me. You are T-H-O-T. You are T-H-O-T. You are T-H-O-T. What you hating for? Cause you ain't got no dough. Go be up on a song trying to date for these hoes. I'm not a movie star, I'm rated all these hoes. Must be the 13th or Friday or Halloween.
Good morning. Good morning. Smash that like and share the line, baby. Smash that like and share the line, baby. One more time. Smash that like and share the line, baby. Welcome to the RatedR Show. Yeah. Hey, welcome back to the Totally Unrated channel, baby. Hey, it's the RatedR Show. If you haven't, got your bake on, it's still early. You know what to do. Smash that like, share the live, roll you up one, fix you some coffee or something.
Hope you got your overnight bag. You cool with your override ass. Hair done, nails done, smell good. Sophisticated conversation, but you still hood. Don't have to ask for the head game. Bend that ass over, let the bed bang. You make me wanna leave the one I'm with and start a new relationship with you. Smoke something, drink something. Don't worry, cause tonight it's on me, girl. Don't worry, cause tonight it's on me. Don't worry, cause tonight it's on me. Smoke something, drink something. Don't worry, cause tonight it's on me, girl. Don't worry, cause tonight it's on me. Don't worry, cause tonight it's on me. Petty shit, you laugh at. Ain't afraid to tell a player, hey, the bag back. Yeah, if I'm your nigga, then represent. Not good doing everything separate. Tell me how you feel, don't hide that. Tell me how you feel when you ride that. Candlelight, then the fresh cooked shrimp. Moscato on ice, take a few sips. Smoke something, drink something. Don't worry, cause tonight it's on me, girl. Don't worry, cause tonight it's on me. Don't worry, cause tonight it's on me. Smoke something, drink.
Welcome back to the Totally Unrated channel. It's your boy Rated R. And this is the RatedR Show, Rated R in the morning. And you know exactly what to do. Smash that like and share the live, baby. Oh, yeah. We're going to have a good show this morning, man. We're going to talk about a few things. My Dallas Cowboys, oh my God, they got blown out the other night. Oh, God. But on another note, in sports, the NBA preseason has started. And we're going to talk about my Chicago Bulls. Or should I say, our Chicago Bulls. Hey, just in case you might not know where you're at, welcome to the RatedR Show.
I like the way you twerk it, baby. Your body's amazing. I like a lady that's in total control. Move your hips and lick your lips like you're working the pro. Shorty, I like the way you twerk it, baby. Your body's amazing. I like a lady that's in total control. Move your hips and lick your lips like you're working the pro. Shorty, can get it on till the early morn. And my word is gone, this the new twerk song. Welcome to the RatedR Show. Mr. Hustler, make 'em twerk more. You can be my stripper, be your full-time tipper. Body hourglass, fill the cup with the liquor. Walked in the club, it's a room full of women. Got a lot of class, but her body move different. Face like Rihanna, ass like Trina. A nigga seeing doubles, Venus and Serena. A new sound for the ghetto. Let me see you twerk for me. I like the way you twerk it, baby. Your body's amazing. I like a lady that's in total control. Move your hips and lick your lips like you're working the pro. Shorty, I like the way you twerk it, baby. Your body's amazing. I like a lady that's in total control. Move your hips and lick your lips like you're working the pro.
Yeah! Welcome back to the Totally Unrated channel. We on YouTube and Facebook, baby. You know exactly what to do. Smash that like and share the live, baby. Welcome to the RatedR Show, RatedR in the morning. Woo! Excuse me. Wake and bake, baby. Wake and bake. Welcome back to the Rated R Show, man. We're on the Totally Unrated channel on YouTube and we on Facebook. We on both channels on YouTube, by the way. Good morning to most of you as we're approaching midday. And I wanted to come on here this morning and talk to you. I ain't talked to y'all in a couple of days. I was highly depressed yesterday. My Dallas Cowboys got the brakes beat off of them Sunday night, Sunday evening, 47-9. And I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. I'm just gonna go ahead and express my frustration. And I'm not gonna let these Cowboys frustrate me too much this season. They have a bye week this week, and then we have the Cowboys travel in a week to go and play against the San Francisco 49ers. I don't know what's going on. I really don't. I don't. Well, I do, but I don't. The dues. Let's talk about the dues that I understand. I understand that the Dallas Cowboys is dealing with some injuries. They got the injury bug on defense. You know what I'm saying? You got your two top, pass rushers out, and DeMarcus Lawrence and daggone and Michael Parsons. That's one thing. And then I didn't realize that Eddie Kendricks was out. Okay, all right, our linebacker. And then, of course, Deron Bland, which they say that these guys could be available to come back by the San Francisco 49er game. And I hope so. I mean, because right now the Cowboys are sitting 3-3, and I'm on the verge. I've been paying attention to the Washington Commanders, man. I'm trying to tell you, we're in the same division. They look good. They got a rookie quarterback. Nigga look like he been playing in the league for about 5-10 years. They lost to the Ravens the other day, but they put up a good fight. But I just want to say, all this does not fall on Dak Prescott. You want to know who it falls on? I'm going to tell you who it falls on. It falls on Jerry Jones. It does. It falls on Jerry Jones. He's the general manager, right? He's the GM. How do you miss the opportunity to sign Derrick Henry? I came out way before offseason last year and said the Dallas Cowboys need to get Derrick Henry. I mean, for Tony Pollard to get signed by the Tennessee Titans, who was our featured number one back and been with the organization for about 3-4 years, it just made sense for the Dallas Cowboys to go get Derrick Henry. But no, didn't do that. We signed Zeke back. Now, I don't know if it's a strategy going on or not with utilizing these running backs with the Dallas Cowboys. I know just last week I told y'all that I was really impressed with Rico Dowell and what he did against the Cowboys lost so bad I can't remember who we played the week before. Oh my God, this is terrible. This is terrible. The Pittsburgh Steelers. Okay. Last second win. Dak did his thing. Everybody wants to point the fingers at Dak because he's the quarterback and he just got his big contract and CeeDee Lamb, and yeah, they are seem a little off a little bit. But I'm gonna tell you something. One of the biggest things is hurting on the offense, especially in the passing game, is not having a true number two option. Brandon Cooks is out. Don't even know how long he's gonna be out. So it's been some rumors thrown out there that it's a possibility that Amari Cooper can come back, via trade. And then, of course, Devontae Adams from the Raiders have expressed his interest of wanting to go and play for the Cowboys. But there's no true number two option in that passing game. Now, I like what I see by Tolbert. Jalen Tolbert is progressing. But is he that reliable number two option? No. Sorry, he's not. So, Rated R, what do you propose the Dallas Cowboys to do? Well, I tell you what, you got a bye week. The trade deadline is coming up. The best thing for you to do is get on the phone and see if you can get you a solid number two option in the passing game. One thing that I think that the Dallas Cowboys wouldn't go wrong with is bringing back Amari Cooper, knowing that they got Amari Cooper via trade a few years ago after the Cowboys had a rocky start. They had a rocky start. And he came in and him and Dak connected it was unbelievable magic. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why I really couldn't understand why he was let go. He was a very good complementary piece to CeeDee Lamb. But, hey, that was then. This is now. Cowboys, what the hell are you going to do? You haven't won a game at home this season. Matter of fact, you've been getting blown out at home. This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, man. I'm trying to tell you, I don't know. I don't know, man. I really don't know. I haven't even brought out my Cowboys jersey yet because I'm so unsure about this season. I got a fresh Michael Parsons jersey ready to throw on at any given time, but he's not even playing. Okay? So what do you do? What do you do? Does Dallas have the assets to make a trade? Yes, they do. They got Trey Lance right there. They got, a couple other options. But let's go back to this running back thing now. This running back thing, they doing by committee. I'm going to tell you right now, y'all don't need to go ahead and activate Dalvin Cook by this time. Just go ahead and activate him. Just go ahead. I don't really understand what's going on. It seems like your fullback is making more plays and even though they might be minimum plays, but they're big plays. The Cowboys fullback is making key plays during games where you don't really have a solid number one running back. So it's I don't know, man. I know, and I hear what Coach McCarthy said to the press when it come down to having the pressure put upon the young guys to come out and outperform expectations. I mean, maybe it happened. I don't know. But I just think that they clearly missed the opportunity of a sure shot running game with a sure shot running presence with Derrick Henry, man. I mean, look what Derrick Henry did against my Dallas Cowboys. 151 yards rushing, man. It seems like we can't stop the run. Can't stop the run, can't stop the pass. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. But I just wanted to get that off my chest because I was so disturbed by, the unbelievable loss, man. 47-9. And yes, Dak has made some mistakes. I see that our red zone presence isn't up to par where it need to be, but hey, it is what it is. Y'all better do something, daggone it. Y'all got a week off to figure this thing out. Figure it out. Figure it out, please. Please figure it out. Last night, y'all saw Aaron Rodgers and the Buffalo and Aaron Rodgers and the Jets against Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. Man, that was a back and forth game. It seemed like the Jets need to find them a new field goal kicker or something, because the Jets could have won the game. For some reason, I don't know what was going on with the kicker. He couldn't get it through the uprights at all. So I think the final score in that was like 23-20. Um, you know, but that's all I got for that. I don't even want to indulge in any more cowboy conversation, because I just, it irks me. It really does. It irks me. I'm more excited about the Washington Commanders. I'm trying to tell you. I know this sounds crazy coming from a Cowboy fan, but listen, I am really paying attention to what the Washington Commanders are doing, and they're doing a pretty good job. I mean, hey, you cannot discredit um uh uh their coach, Dan Quinn, who was the defensive coordinator for the Dallas Cowboys. And of course, he has Super Bowl experience too. He led he coached the Atlanta Hawks to the Super Bowl, and they should have won that Super Bowl against Tom Brady and them. I mean, they were up by like 30 points. But we ain't gonna talk about that. Anyway, enough of this football talk, man. The NBA preseason has started, and as many of you guys know, am I've been a long time Chicago Bulls fan, and yes, that started from the Jordan era. Can't help it. The Jordan era just, was unbelievable, and I just, you know, always been a Chicago Bulls fan from that point. Um, Throughout the ups and downs of disappointing seasons and injuries and everything, I mean, it's been really, really hard to watch at times. But I have to keep in mind that they've been hit or miss, you know, with the likes of Derrick Rose being the youngest MVP in the league at one time, being drafted number one overall, helped leading the Chicago Bulls to the Eastern Conference Championship finals, eventually losing to Miami. But that is the most recent um, accolades from the Chicago Bulls organization, which that was back in the 2011-2012 season, I believe. So after the pandemic in 2020, the Chicago Bulls brought in a new front office members, and they inherited, a roster of talent, maybe hidden talent, unknown talent. And, the Bulls have drafted good, they definitely got some steals out the draft, with Kobe White, and they had Laurie Market, and even though he's gone on over to the Jazz and everything like that, but they made some trades um, before the new front office came in, and they acquired Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine, uh, superstar, man. I took the time to look at some college highlights from Zach LaVine when he was at UCLA with Lonzo Ball, and also his highlights of when he was drafted to the Timberwolves, man. And his ceiling was very high, but his minutes was limited and everything like that. So, when he got traded to the Bulls, I was actually excited, even though everybody was trying to make this um, this big case about Jimmy Butler, and don't get me wrong, Jimmy Butler has went on to have a tremendous career. He's been to the NBA Finals a couple of times. Unable to seal the championship, but he's been a couple of times. But at the end of the day, man, the excitement started to creep back around when they brought in DeMar DeRozan and Lonzo Ball and Alex Caruso, and I ain't gonna lie, I was quite excited. I was excited about the Chicago Bulls because number one, you didn't know what was going to happen. You didn't know how they were going to gel, how they were mix. So when the 2021 season started for the Bulls, I mean, it was totally unknown. It was a lot of critics in the reports talking about how DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine wouldn't be able to coexist with each other as scorers and stuff like that. It was going to be a conflict, but somehow they kept a position of climbing up the ranks in the Eastern Conference to eventually being number one. That's until the devastating injury happened to Lonzo Ball, who happened to be playing some of his great basketball in 2021. Going into the new year, Lonzo Ball got hurt. Chicago Bulls still number one in the East. But as that declined, his presence not being on the court as their floor general, the way that his vision was, you could tell as a point guard, he had something a little different than what the other point guards were bringing to the table. So they were basically running the point guard by committee. And needless to say, that same year they made it to the playoffs. They got bounced in the first round by the Bucks. Now, I brought all this up for a reason. Last night, Chicago Bulls played their third preseason game, and it was against the Milwaukee Bucks. But here's the kicker. The kicker is the Milwaukee Bucks starters, they pretty much played, some heavy minutes last night. The Chicago Bulls starters were on the bench. And Chicago Bulls in the first opening quarter outscored the Bucks 34-24. Going to second, they go into halftime with the lead. Again, no starters for the Chicago Bulls were on the floor last night against the Milwaukee Bucks. I think Giannis had 24 points, 10 rebounds. Damian Lillard had like 20 points, 7 rebounds, something like that. Bobby Portis Jr., he played a good dose of minutes last night. The final score was 111-107. Milwaukee Bucks won their first preseason game last night. I didn't watch the game, but I caught the highlights, and I was very, very impressed on how this young Chicago Bulls squad are fighting and competing. They've got a rookie on their roster that is determined to win, determined to do anything to bring raucous on the court. So I said to myself, I wonder what the game would have been like if Chicago would have had their starters in last night going against this Milwaukee Bucks squad. If a potential second, third G League roster was on the floor last night for the Chicago Bulls and they were hanging with the starter-led Milwaukee Bucks. And I want to let everybody know the Chicago Bulls clearly beat the Milwaukee Bucks in the first half and nearly beat them in the second half. It wasn't, it was a third quarter run for the Bucks that got them a little lead. But I don't think they had a double-digit lead over the Bulls. The Bulls did, in fact, they had a double-digit lead over the Bucks last night in the first half. I say all that to say this. What the organization did, inheriting, Zach LaVine and Patrick Williams and those guys, and bringing in DeMar DeRozan and Lonzo Ball and Alex Caruso, I want to say hands down, that was some of the most exciting Bulls basketball that I have seen since the Jordan era. Seriously. And throughout all the trade talks of Zach LaVine and all that, trying to say his market value was low, I say again, bump all that noise about the trade talks. Zach LaVine, Chicago Bulls, you guys have a great situation going on to where you can do something in history that hasn't been done. It's not about trying to outdo a Michael Jordan or outdo a Kobe Bryant or even outdo a LeBron James. For some reason, since the Jordan era Bulls, players have avoided going to Chicago to try to, I'm not saying match what Jordan did, but, try to at least deliver. And that's something that you could tell that was a mission for Derrick Rose. But unfortunately, through the injuries and then eventually getting traded, it never happened. But I do know that there are quite a few players on the Chicago Bulls roster that are from Chicago. And I can only imagine that they fathom, going to the playoffs, making a run, and making it to the finals. That would be one of the most incredible things, story headlines in sports outside of everything else, because that Jordan era was so golden and so pure, it will never be matched ever again. It was almost matched. It was almost matched by the late Kobe Bryant and the Los Angeles Lakers. It was almost matched. But that will probably never be matched again. But seeing the type of athlete Zach LaVine is, and the key pieces that I have saw for myself through highlights and some of the training clips, man, the Chicago Bulls, like I said before, are going to be that dark horse team in the Eastern Conference. And many people have said that they may just be a play-in tournament play-in tournament team. That's what they say. I've heard it. I've heard several people say that. Well, they said that same thing back in 2021 about the Chicago Bulls not being to coexist with each other and be able to make the playoffs, but they ultimately did. And I believe if Lonzo Ball did not get hurt, the Bulls would have made an impact in those playoffs, kind of the way of the Atlanta Hawks did the year after them. Maybe it could have been the same year. Atlanta Hawks did go to the Eastern Conference Finals, and I think they did lose against the Bucks, because the Bucks have won a championship. Now, with all that being said, today is Taco Tuesday, and in the land of the NBA, fresh preseason, it has been announced that Lonzo Ball will be hitting the floor for the very first time after 2 seasons being out of NBA action, man. He's going to be suiting up tomorrow night, playing for the Chicago Bulls, and that's just exciting by itself. It's exciting by itself, man. It really is, man. Shout out to Lonzo Ball. Shout out to Chicago Bulls, man. Real talk. Real talk. I'm excited about their season. I'm very optimistic about how their season is going to go. And I think that they're really going to be competing in this upcoming NBA season. So, hey, man, run, Bulls, run. Run, Bulls, run. Now I wanna get in some other news. I know we got the election coming up and everything, and I've been hearing some things from Kamala and what she's going to do for the black man and all that. I've heard that, and you got Trump on the other side doing the same thing. I don't know what it's going to go down to. It may be a collision course. I don't know, but I tell you, it's some more new Diddy news. I mean, every day is something. Every day. Every day. But I tell you, I want to get into something that I discovered, and I want y'all to watch it with me. And what I want to do is I want you to turn your attention to the screen, if you don't mind. And maybe this will be a fine time for you to re-up on your coffee, or roll you up something. Whatever you need to do, baby. Just know that it's all go and no stop. Smash that like, share the live. It's RatedR in the morning.
You're saying everything they said in that documentary about you is not true.
They are lying on me.
You are supporting a pedophile.
Black girls matter.
Nothing good about me. I'm just a child molester. The devil.
Shut him down. Oh!
Come on, guys. As long as my breath is going in and out, I try to, even when I get ready to complain, I think about that and I say, you know what? I ain't gonna even say nothing. I just breathe, baby. I breathe on these niggas, you heard me? 20-some women trapped in my house in the basement in Atlanta. Well, first of all, my house in Atlanta doesn't even have a fucking basement. This is my story. The only thing I could do is say what's real and say what's on my heart and give it to y'all like y'all want it. You want the truth. You ain't even got an education. You didn't even graduate from high school. You don't even really read, and all of this old shit they told me. And I started believing that shit, man. Just something in me kept calling and shit. My heart was pumping this shit. It was pumping this shit. Hey fans, how y'all doing? It's your boy Kels. I love y'all. Thanks for supporting me for the last 30 years of my career. I'm very appreciative of that, and just you guys have kept me humble, kept me grounded, and kept me putting out this music for you guys. You guys inspired me to do it, so I'm gonna do it until you say don't do it no more. Don't say that though. If I met your daughter and I took your daughter out and she was of age, what the fuck am I gonna do?
Everybody, put your hands to the sky.
You ain't got no money? Shit. Sue R. Kelly.
Mute R. Kelly.
You are controlling, that you are abusive, that you tell women when to eat, when to go to the bathroom, when they can sleep, where they can dress.
I know y'all know that shit is ridiculous, but the crazy shit is motherfuckers, stupid motherfuckers want to believe this shit.
This shouldn't be happening.
Every level, there's another devil. Whoever you are right now looking at me in my eyes, look in my fucking eyes, okay? I don't give a fuck about this fame shit. I'm a real motherfucker. My main goal is to unconfuse the world about R. Kelly. I'm ready, yeah. I'm ready, yeah. I'm ready to say what I feel. Keep it real. Say what I feel. You don't know me. You ain't never been in my house. You ain't never been in my bedroom. So you cannot judge me.
Why is nobody understanding that Dream Hampton was being financed and ran by Sean Carter? They were able to go and get all of these witnesses because he was there with Robert Kelly. How does Jay-Z sit down with Gayle King and she not ask him one question about the intersection between him and Aaliyah and Robert Kelly? This is insane that people keep refusing to see what's right there. Why is nobody understanding that Dream Hampton was being financed and ran by Sean Carter? They were able to go and get all of these witnesses because he was there with Robert Kelly. How does Jay-Z sit down with Gayle King and she not ask him one question about the intersection between him and Aaliyah and Robert Kelly? This is insane that people keep refusing to see what's right there.
You know, that's an impeccable question, impeccable statement, comment. Why wouldn't Gayle King ask any questions? Is there any questions that need to be asked? Well, I come to discover something myself. And I think right now is the time for you guys to really pay attention to my screen, because I'm having a hard time understanding some of the accusations that, you know, kind of was brought up. And everybody should know by now that the forever R&B hip, the forever princess of R&B, was tragically taken away from this world back in 2001. And there's really been no explanation of it except for it was a tragedy. Well, that's a whole nother discussion for a whole nother day. What I come to realize is that for something like that to have happened, you know, we would expect nothing but respect and gratitude towards her legacy and towards her family. And I came across an interview clip that kind of resembles what I'm talking about, because this interview clip that I came across, it was said that nobody should have nothing bad to say about the late great Aaliyah. Hey, I'm gonna let you check it out for yourself. Hey, smash that like and share the live, baby.
She wasn't too open about her personal life, and she was really, not to say, not even political, but she was she could finesse it so to where you didn't feel like you respected it. But the way she spoke and how she carried people and how humble she was in public, it's like everyone knew. It was almost like when people were saying things, I was like, how did they know her? How did they know her like that? But I mean, I think maybe just the fact that she just had a really good sense of humor, and she was so dynamical, meaning that she could be comfortable around any kind of people, any dynamic. Like, I feel like we were like the dynamic duo, because we were the only ones. Like, we can go into a hip hop club and then go into a rock club and wherever, and we felt confident within ourselves, and everyone loved her in every circle. You know what I'm saying?
I was telling you during the commercial break, we had done a roundtable discussion about TUP a few weeks ago, and one of the things that we were talking about, and I'm wondering, you just mentioned it, is it bothersome for you to hear now people who have Aaliyah stories or talk about her that didn't necessarily know her that well?
I mean, I don't really address it, you know what I mean? Like, it's like someone has something nice, as long as they say nice things about her, it's whatever. As long as she's carried in the way she should, in a respectful way. And I can't see anyone having a bad story to say.
Now I'm gonna play that again, because after carefully examining that interview myself, the number one thing that really stuck out to me was the first words that uttered out of this man's mouth. She never really opened up about her personal business. Well, if that's the case, I'm trying to figure out what the hell has everybody else been talking about? Has niggas been lying? Check it out again.
She wasn't too open about her personal life, and she was really, not to say, not even political, but she was she could finesse it so to where you didn't feel like you respected it. But the way she spoke and how she carried people and how humble she was in public, it's like everyone knew. It was almost like when people were saying things, I was like, how did they know her? How did they know her like that? But I mean, I think maybe just the fact that she just had a really good sense of humor, and she was so dynamical, meaning that she could be comfortable around any kind of people, any dynamic. Like, I feel like we were like the dynamic duo, because we were the only ones. Like, we can go into a hip hop club and then go into a rock club and wherever, and we felt confident within ourselves, and everyone loved her in every circle. You know what I'm saying?
I was telling you during the commercial break, we had done a roundtable discussion about TUP a few weeks ago, and one of the things that we were talking about, and I'm wondering, you just mentioned it, is it bothersome for you to hear now people who have Aaliyah stories or talk about her that didn't necessarily know her that well?
I mean, I don't really address it, you know what I mean? Like, it's like someone has something nice, as long as they say nice things about her, it's whatever. As long as she's carried in the way she should, in a respectful way. And I can't see anyone having a bad story to say.
Point number two, I don't see anyone having anything bad to say. So where did all of this bad stuff come from? Come on now. Somebody talk to me. There's no need in being shy now. I know you in the bushes. I know some of you are trying to be incognito. But that's two things that I pointed out. Now, I'm about to let you watch it again. Frankie and Johnny, drop some smoke in the chat. I'm going to let you watch it again, and then I'm going to give you the third thing that I have examined from this interview.
She wasn't too open about her personal life, and she was really, not to say, not even political, but she was she could finesse it so to where you didn't feel like you respected it. But the way she spoke and how she carried people and how humble she was in public, it's like everyone knew. It was almost like when people were saying things, I was like, how did they know her? How did they know her like that? But I mean, I think maybe just the fact that she just had a really good sense of humor, and she was so dynamical, meaning that she could be comfortable around any kind of people, any dynamic. Like, I feel like we were like the dynamic duo, because we were the only ones. Like, we can go into a hip hop club and then go into a rock club and wherever, and we felt confident within ourselves, and everyone loved her in every circle. You know what I'm saying?
I was telling you during the commercial break, we had done a roundtable discussion about Tupac a few weeks ago, and one of the things that we were talking about, and I'm wondering, you just mentioned it, is it bothersome for you to hear now people who have Aaliyah stories or talk about her that didn't necessarily know her that well?
I mean, I don't really address it, you know what I mean? Like, it's like someone has something nice, as long as they say nice things about her, it's whatever. As long as she's carried in the way she should, in a respectful way. And I can't see anyone having a bad story to say.
All right. So you done seen it 3 times. Now, here's the third observation. Knowing that someone that I truly cared about, truly loved, and quote unquote in love with, I'm trying to figure out where are the emotions at. There were truly no emotions in this interview. And the thing about it is, this interview took place literally months after her untimely demise. And there were no emotions. As a matter of fact, not only myself, but others have depicted this interview as well. And it was brought to their attention where he slipped and almost called the situation business. At the end of the day, I just gave you 3 simple things. The first line that came out as the clip started. The second was no one having anything bad to say about Aaliyah. And the third thing, where are the emotions? Many of us have gone through tragic situations in our lives where, sometimes it allows us to break down. But when you talk about you being in love and the love is taken away, now that's enough to make any brother cry. I don't care if you in front of a camera or not. So I didn't say what's right here on my screen. Y'all know where it was said at. Matter of fact, she might be still live right now. But it's a whole lot of bull jive going on, ain't it? And I don't know if you guys are catching it or seeing it or whatnot, but all I know is this right here. It's not cool to be out here lying on people, especially if you're doing it to gain something for yourself. And I understand that there's many people down south that has been dealing with the aftermaths of the hurricanes, all these natural disasters that has been happening to our country. I need you to understand where the responsibility lies at. The responsibility lies at the energy of some of these people out here that has been lying on people for their own personal gain. And I hate to say it, but we're seeing it. Some people are going to lose almost everything just by trying to lie and keep mysteries hidden. So I say all that to say this. There has never been a clear answer about what happened to the notorious B.I.G. There's never been a clear understanding on what happened to Tupac Shakur. There has been no clear understanding about what happened to Aaliyah, except for the things that have been put out here that they want the people to know. And all I know is, as you continue to go with the flow, to try to make yourself incognito, God's wrath is going to continue to come down on you. So let's go over this again. Matter of fact, before I go over it, I'm gonna let you watch the clip one more time so I can give you the 3 basic common denominators of what I examined.
She wasn't too open about her personal life, and she was really, not to say, not even political, but she was she finessed it so to where you didn't feel like you respected it. But the way she spoke and how she carried people and how humble she was in public, it's like everyone knew. It was almost like when people were saying things, I was like, how did they know her? How did they know her like that? But I mean, I think maybe just the fact that she just had a really good sense of humor, and she was so dynamical, meaning that she could be comfortable around any kind of people, any dynamic. Like, I feel like we were like the dynamic duo, because we were the only ones. Like, we can go into a hip hop club and then go into a rock club and wherever, and we felt confident within ourselves, and everyone loved her in every circle. You know what I'm saying?
I was telling you during the commercial break, we had done a roundtable discussion about Tupac a few weeks ago, and one of the things that we were talking about, and I'm wondering, you just mentioned it, is it bothersome for you to hear now people who have Aaliyah stories or talk about her that you know didn't necessarily know her that well?
I mean, I don't really address it, you know what I mean? Like, it's like someone has something nice, as long as they say nice things about her, it's whatever. As long as she's carried in the way she should, in a respectful way. And I can't see anyone having a bad story to say.
Even when I get ready to complain, I think about that and I say, you know what? I ain't gonna even say nothing. I just breathe, baby. I breathe on these niggas, you heard me? 20-some women trapped in my house in the basement in Atlanta. Well, first of all, my house in Atlanta doesn't even have a fucking basement.
This is my story.
The only thing I could do is say what's real and say what's on my heart and give it to y'all like y'all want it. You want the truth.
Number one, she never opened up about her personal life like that. So if she never opened up about her life like that, how is it that you have been all go, no stop with throwing another man's name in the mix of some bullshit and been out here on these platforms telling stories? Number two, you said that no one should have anything bad to say about Aaliyah. Well, what changed? Number 3, where are the true emotions at for somebody that you're in love with? Now I can ask, what really happened to Aaliyah? We here now. So it's no need and keep on trying to finesse the public, because it seems like you've been lying on a man to protect somebody else. Does that sound about right? Hey, smash that like and share the live, baby. Free R. Kelly.
As an R&B legend yourself,
Yes, ma'am.
who do you think is the king of R&B?
R. Kelly.
R. Kelly. Why?
Who else but him?
I'm biased,
We're not talking about him being in jail and all the shit he dealing with controversy-wise. No.
I would say Usher.
Usher is not the king of R&B. I love Usher.
Yeah.
He's not the king of R&B.
Okay. In your opinion, R. Kelly.
Until Usher write every song he ever and produce every song he ever, and he hands out 60 to 300 different R&B hit records to everybody else in the R&B game beyond his own hits, he's not the king.
Okay. Fair.
I'm sorry. Chris Brown is not the king of R&B to me. You know, they are kings.
Right.
Like Chris Brown and Usher are 50 times bigger than me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a king of no type of R&B. I'm a beast at what I do. But they have outsold me. They got way more status and Grammys and arenas, and the level of arena shows that they do is beyond the scope of anything I've ever done, and I actually, quite frankly, don't even desire that level.
Every one of you who have came out and said some real weird things, God is making you eat your words. He's already showed me. Even if he's got to take you through a natural disaster, he shows me. See, that's a power you just cannot escape. But you want to call yourself a God. It doesn't matter how much money you got. It doesn't matter how much money any of us got. You'll never be able to match the power of God. Do you hear me? And anybody who is foolish enough to think such, and we do know what some people out here who do, well, you're just a fool. And if God gotta take you through some things all the way through to show that you're a fool, well, he'll do it. He'll do it. It's a shame how certain situations have spoiled out into society for society to really weigh in on, to help bring awareness, to help bring common sense. When all in all, some of you, have been the true influencers on the reason why we're talking about some of these things. What really is appalling to me is how certain individuals will speak on others, kick them while they down. You know what? This brings me to this point right here. You know, everybody should be on the free R. Kelly train. You want to know why? It's people like Stephen A. Smith. that came out here and said some real weird shit about R. Kelly and the charges that were brought along and all that, but you never saw any damning footage of R. Kelly assaulting anybody in a hotel lobby, but your ass is on your platform talking about it's innocent till proven guilty. I don't want to believe none of this stuff about Diddy. But you had a whole mouth to say about R. Kelly, about Robert Kelly. Yeah, somebody send him this live. Because you're one of those brothers who contradicts himself. I like that you're a good sportscaster, all that. I get all of that. But when it comes down to social issues, brother, you be teeter-totting a whole lot. How is it that you want to try to advocate for Diddy and you want to put out the whole it's innocent until proven guilty, but you condemn the hell out of Robert Kelly on your same platform? I'm telling you right now, I don't know if you noticed or not, but I thought I told you guys on my social media handles that I'm coming through like a wrecking ball. It don't matter. I don't care about no subscribers. I don't care about no views. I don't care about none of that. It's about the truth and nothing but the truth. And the truth is, some of you niggas was out here on an agenda and was lying. Do you hear me now? Some of you probably was waiting on me to address this whole documentary thing. I don't need to. I don't need to. I really don't. I really don't. First of all, it's ignorant. It was uncalled for. And for someone to have pulled the trigger on releasing it in the midst of all of this other stuff that's going on in the celebrity news, that just furthermore knows it's a red flag for me. It's just a big fat red flag, and maybe just enough to get some dollars in. Because you know what's crazy? The crazy thing is y'all dropped that documentary like that, right? And then the supporting facts came literally the day after. Shout out to the Bonjean Law Group. Real talk. Shout out to them. Because as embarrassing as it was, and as embarrassing as y'all try to make it be towards Robert Kelly, the facts outweighs the feelings. And the facts is something that the Bonjean Law Group came out with. And what's crazy is that y'all come out here with these documentaries and y'all not even fact checking. You're trying to make your feelings turn into facts. That's the reason why I got this on my screen for y'all to see. Because I didn't say it. I didn't say it at all. And the thing about it is, how do you get around that? How do you get around that? What's on my screen? How do you get around that? I didn't type it up. I didn't say it. So as long as I know that this statement was made and it's in black and white, it should be free R. Kelly. Do you hear me now? And I don't worry about fake family members or wannabe mentees. I never did worry about them. Because if the mission is to unconfuse the world about R. Kelly, then I told you before, daggone it, I am totally down with that. Hey, look, man. I hope y'all have a good day, man. Rest of y'all day. This has been Rated R in the morning. Hey, free R. Kelly, baby. The campaign continues.
You're saying everything they said in that documentary about you is not true.
They are lying on me.
You are supporting a pedophile.
Black girls matter.
Nothing good about me. I'm just a child molester. The devil.
Shut him down. Oh!
Come on, guys. As long as my breath is going in and out, you know, I try to, even when I get ready to complain, I think about that and I say, you know what? I ain't gonna even say nothing. I just breathe, baby. I breathe on these niggas, you heard me? 20-some women trapped in my house in the basement in Atlanta. Well, first of all, my house in Atlanta doesn't even have a fucking basement.
This is my story.
The only thing I could do is say what's real and say what's on my heart and give it to y'all like y'all want it. You want the truth.